spent half of day one sleeping because the flight was awful. The chairs were awful. But then we got out of the hotel and to kind of meet different places near the hotel. So, I mean, we did a lot of things. Hello, guys. We're going to the One Police Plaza because they filmed like a whole lot of shows that I love there, like Brooklyn Nine-Nine or Law and Order. So yeah, we're going to take photos there, and yeah, I don't know. Well, the start of day 2 was honestly disappointing because I mean, if you went to the Empire State and Summit, that is the one we're currently in, you'd expect to, I don't know, maybe see something, but I think that's pretty much it. After that failure, we directed at the Grand Central. It was honestly really pretty. I mean, it was like something so culturally significant. And then we arrived at the Times Square, and all the lights, everything was so amazing. It was honestly, I can't describe it. It was one of the best sensations of my life. I felt like a dream come true. I had dreamt about it like since I was, I don't know, 11 years old, and I was so happy. I was so happy. I was so happy that I literally cried when I arrived. And I don't know, it was so amazing. And then visiting so many iconic places like Jimmy Fallon or the Radio Hall. And especially visiting one of my favorite places in the world, that was Nintendo. Also was amazing. I bought a expensive Trico, but it was worth it.
That's great. Thank you so much.
Then we explored like everything near the Times Square. We went to the Rockefeller. We went to the St. Patrick's. We did a lot of things. Something that I need to talk about is that when we arrived at the Rockefeller Center, I mean, it was like the ice skating rink, and I wanted so badly to skate. But and I said like, okay, if it is like less than $30, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna risk and I'm gonna do it. My mom was like, no, you don't have to do that. That is a waste of money. But I was like, oh my god, you don't understand. And I was, and I did investigate. I did ask how much was it, but it was like $50, and I have the money. Didn't have the money. That will be one of my greatest regrets in life. After leaving the Rockefeller, we went to the Lego store, and I was the happiest person alive. I mean, it was honestly amazing. Many people were buying things, and I bought a little Batman keychain. You probably saw it with me. And yeah, it was amazing seeing all those figures, all the things that were there in the M&M's factory. And balancing the day, it was amazing. Now, on the third day, I wanted so badly to go to the Central Park. Because, I mean, it is the Central Park. hey, just say. You get me. And all the views, the story that was within it. I mean, everything. The squirrels were so cute. They were little tiny midgets. I loved them so much, and it was amazing.
Hello guys, we are visiting Central Park. Views are astonishing. Yeah, unless yesterday, today is very clear. The sky is very clear as you can see. So, we are done AF, and if we had scheduled or rescheduled yesterday, we would have seen something and not just blank Manhattan. But that's okay. I mean, everything is part of the trip. Maybe I'm going to have a sugar daddy or mommy and have something else to see. Oh my god.
And have I say how much I love the animals? There were ducks. There were fucking squirrels, like diving on. No, they were diving, but you get the point. There were also like tons of birds. I loved it so much. Another one of my biggest regrets is the Met Museum. It is the Metropolitan Museum of Art. It was practically in the Central Park, and it looked amazing. I wanted so badly to go in, but my family was so tired, and they didn't want to do it. And I mean, I hope I get to go again. I hope I get to live there. If I do, the first thing I'm gonna do is go to the Met Museum, because it was like, it had Van Gogh, it had Monet, it had Dali. I mean, it had a lot of painters and a lot of artists. It had things of the Renaissance, it had paintings of ancient Greece. I mean, then we walk a little until we arrived to the public library. It was one of the things I wanted to do the most. I was very excited to see the exhibition they had currently. It was like the most important things of life, and it had writings of Sor Juana Inés de la Cruz, and I love her, so it was amazing. Then when we got out, we went to visit the Empire State. Of course, we didn't have tickets. You know what happened in the summit, and that was it. But we had pictures. We looked at him and we said, "Oh, that's free. Let's continue." And the day before, when everything of the summit happened, I went searching where or what was the best rooftop of New York. It appeared a rooftop that was like 2 blocks away from the Empire State, so you got to see pretty much of all the city. And it was the entrance was free. We only had to like buy something there, and it was pretty cheap, so it wasn't a problem. But when we were leaving, something happened, and we I mean, in New York there was like exit signs, neon exit signs at pretty much every famous building, or every building that had a lot of people in. And I mean, I was following the signs, you know? But it resulted that it wasn't like that. We were going, and when we opened a door, I said, that's a lot of stairs. We were on the 29th floor, so it was at 29 floors. So we said, well, we have to do this. We got down only 1 floor, and an alarm started going on. It was pretty much like we were No, I'm not going to do that. But an alarm started, wee wee wee, and we ran for our lives. We literally ran, and we encountered a certain Argentinian couple, and they looked at us. We looked at them, and they literally just started bursting out laughing. So it was, and we were afraid that police might caught us. We were afraid, but mostly we were we were so relieved that nothing happened, and we were so laughing. We were laughing so hard when we got out, and it was one of the, the most, I don't know, yeah, it was pretty hilarious. So, firstly, we went to New York because we have a cousin, and he's so sweet. He's very sweet, and he invited us to go to the Madame Tussauds Museum. And it is the museum of the ceramic people. So, like, all those celebrities that you see that almost look so fucking real. And we went, we looked at them, we even got to see a little short that it was from Marvel, and it was like there were Marvel characters. I think it was Black Panther, the Wasp, and another Marvel characters, and they were visiting themselves in the museum. It was hilarious, and it was in English, and many people got out of the room confused. But yeah, it was funny, but the jokes were mediocre at best. But anyway, I think I have all the pictures. It was amazing. Everyone looked so real. I was a little disappointed because my baby Taylor didn't look as real, and also I didn't get to see. I really wanted to see Shakira, and there wasn't Shakira, and there was no little Lily. And yeah, I was pretty disappointed. But and there were no Freddie Mercury. Can you believe? But anyways, there was a lot of funny things, a lot of pretty good figures, like the Harry Styles one, the Bad Bunny one, the Romeo Santos one, and Marilyn Monroe was pretty accurate as well. Also Drake, I don't know why, Cristiano Ronaldo. I may have done a little things that aren't good to the figure, not in a good way. And yeah, it was honestly a wonderful experience. We had a great time, and I got to see something about Taylor Swift. Then we went to the Museum of Natural History. And those who have met me for more than an hour know that I am a huge nerd. Not only a freaky, I love DC and superheroes and anime nerd, but also a huge, I love studying nerd. So I was pretty dope. And it was amazing. It was mostly like figures of animals, like representations. They had things, they had objects from ancient cultures, from South African cultures, North African cultures, South Asian cultures, North Asian cultures. They had also cultures from our culture. It was honestly one of the best parts because, especially not specifically ours, but the Maya and Azteca culture, like their exhibition was amazing, and I remembered so much. Profe Alejo, teacher Alejo. And yeah, it was pretty dope. They were even conspiracy theories, and it was amazing. And the best part, I think, was were the skeletons, but the fossils. But unfortunately, I didn't got to take many pictures of them because my phone was dying, and the battery I bought a week prior to the trip, it started to malfunction, and I was pretty disappointed because it costed a lot. So yeah, but I had a wonderful experience. It was amazing, and that day it was the first day. I mean, we had seen the snow from prior days, from prior snowing days, but it was the first time we actually saw snowing, and it was amazing, like touching the snow and everything. I didn't got a video because my phone died, but I loved it. I loved so much New York. And then, well, this was a pretty rough day, honestly, because we planned on going to the 911 museum, but I honestly was kind of avoiding it because I know it would be hard, but we did go, and it was rough. It was a rough experience. I loved it, but I mean, I was crying like the whole visit on the place. So there appeared all the people that died. There was like a room that had a mural with all the people who died, and you could put a headphone. I know it was a telephone, and it would tell you the story of the people who died. There were many children. There were many soldiers who died trying to rescue other people. It was pretty rough. And I am a kind of person that always cries. So yeah. But even if that was sad, the thing that I loved the most was how it showed that people, like the good in people, because like there was a film that it talked about how many boat owners, even if it was private, public, it was their job or no, the moment that one person asked for help, asked for all the help possible to evacuate the residents of New York, especially of the financial district that was where we were hospitating, and in 15 minutes there were hundreds of boats. It was pretty, I know, I mean, it was like good, you know. It felt good. It felt like, oh my god, people can do good. And all the artists, because there were a lot of art, the stories of the heroes, everything was perfect, honestly. It was a rough day, but a day that I would recommend to all the people who visit New York, because it is, I don't know, it you can feel there an energy that is pretty, you know, you know. So yeah. But then we went to the statue, the one and only Statue of Liberty. If I can like give an unpopular opinion, I honestly cared a lot more. I mean, I cared a lot more of the, like the city, like Manhattan, like the Empire State Building, Times Square, the charging bull, and everything than the statue, because I mean it's a statue, you know, and it is French, and I hate French people. I mean, I know, no, I don't, but you get the point. But we saw it in the free ferry of the Staten Island. We then arrived to Staten Island, like we were like, hello Statue of Liberty, bye Statue of Liberty, and we arrived at Staten Island, and there were more outlets, so more things that we bought. Oh my god, I'm so concerned.
Hello guys, we're on the ferry of New York, and probably I would do like a collage there, and so because I don't know, I don't think it's necessary to do it now. Oh, hay una gaviota. No sé si se vio, ojalá. And I don't know if.
And I mean, we got lunch, we then arrived at the hotel, and we even if we were tired AF, we went to the Brooklyn Bridge, and it was the best way to close the trip. I think it was amazing. I loved doing it. I can describe it enough how much I love being there. It was like seeing all of Manhattan, and you like walking towards it and seeing all the buildings, all the people talking in different languages. I honestly love New York. and yeah, we looked at things, we bought things, and we took a lot of photos, we talked with people, and then we died at the hotel. And finally, today, the trip ended. I mean, I was very heartbroken, to say the least, because I didn't want to see y'all's faces. No, I'm kidding. But no, I love New York. I had expected the trip for so long, and it was amazing to finally be there, to finally be where Welcome to New York was written, to all of 1989 was written, to where, I mean, all of those stars, to where Ariana Grande lived. I mean, all of those stars went there, lived there. All of those people who love New York because it is like a multicultural city. It is the city of the world. All the cultures that we got to see, and even the things we didn't got to see, because that gives me the hope that it was because I can then live there and achieve more of my dreams. So I won't bother you anymore, and that was it. Yes, I don't know. That's not of God.